I'd like to mention something about tires again, and that is the importance of having the same type of tire all the way around. You can end up, some people are gonna try and cheap out, and they might have some tires that are on the front that are different tires from the back, and they have different tread pattern, and they're wore out, and the other ones aren't, and whatnot. To safely, navigate icy conditions, you want to have the same type of tire if you can. With the same sort of a tread wear. Now, I'll give you a story of how I was cheaping out. I went and bought, I had my little car, and I went and bought some winter tires for the front. I had them studded even, metal studs injected into the rubber, and they were winter tires. And I had just a mud and snow tire on the back of the vehicle. It's a front wheel drive. And I'm going down the road, highway, and it was ice. It was icy conditions, and those things grab so, especially with brand new studs and everything else in the front, any kind of overcorrection or whatever. And I was just one section there, I was all over the road. I just overcorrected a little bit with my steering. Back end, it doesn't have the traction of the front, slides out. You kind of, what I normally would do as a normal correction, which would have been fine, but because these things were so aggressive and the difference in the tires were so extreme, that it just shot me the other way, and I was back and forth, and man, how I didn't end up, flipping into the ditch, I don't know. But you can bet that I went and got studded tires on the back after that. And so you want to be able to have tires that are roughly in the same sort of condition, and that'll help you out, go a long ways. And put the grippier tires in the back if you have front wheel drive. It doesn't always work out that way, but I mean, if there's an extreme situation of the tire difference, then you're better off to do that than the other, because it's your back end that's going to slide out, that's going to throw you, if you overcorrect, it's going to shoot your back end out. It's lighter weight, especially on a front wheel drive type of vehicle, and you're going to find yourself all over. But one thing about I'd like to mention here, when you run into these kind of, well, this is pretty good here, but if you're running into snowy, icy conditions, allow yourself more braking time when you go into an intersection. What happens, a lot of people, they'll end up having a collision in the intersection because they think it's actually grippier than what they think, and they didn't see that it was actually, black ice there or slippery, and they brake too late, they're carrying too much speed, and off into the intersection they go, and you got a collision, possibly. And so here's the intersection. I'm braking already, brake, I'm really going slow, and so you let off the brakes. That's another thing. If you're into a corner like this and you find yourself and you're braking and you're going and you're sliding, take off your brakes and let the wheels grip, because if you got them locked up, they're not going to be gripping at all. They're just going to be sliding along and whatnot. So okay, we'll talk some more here. I just gotta stop. I was thinking about tire chains, because that's really what kind of started the whole idea here of doing this video with Pneumatic Fanatic and whatnot. And myself, I've carried tire chains in the previous GMC van I had, a 3/4 ton cargo van that I used. It was a great van, had it on propane. Had it in there constantly, and now they're actually in the truck here. They're underneath the seat, heavy duty tire chains. They are quite a bit to put on, and you don't do it very often. In fact, really, in all the years I've been driving, maybe 2 times that I've used tire chains. One time was when I had my van, and I was looking for property, and I was driving slow on a country road. I had a county map I was looking down at, and just caught the edge of the road. It was all snowy conditions. You couldn't really see the edge of the where the ditch started very well, and it was steep, and it just pulled me right into the ditch. Couldn't get out, so I put the tire chains on, and I really got stuck after that. And I was all sideways and twisted and all kinds of stuff down there. I had to go and call in a tow truck. But and then one time in Montana, by the Canadian border there, heavy snow, and up a big hill. I couldn't get up it. There's a lot of other people chaining up as well, way in the back country. So really, tire chains are great to have. I looked like Pneumatic Fanatic had the Thule tire chains. It's such a small little container. I was surprised. I mean, that's the little container he pulled out there. That's what I have for one chain. These heavy ones I got here. But really, I like that setup with the Thule there. It's about as easy as it gets to put tire chains on. Good to have, I think, if you're going to be, especially if you're going to be going in the mountains. In kind of wintry conditions, it's a must. You should, spend the $150 or whatever those things cost and have it in your vehicle. Really, otherwise, hardly ever are you ever going to use tire chains. But definitely, if you're going to be doing the mountainous crossings and whatnot, it certainly pays to have it, and put it on your drive wheels, on your wheels that are being turned by the motor. Pneumatic Fanatic put it on the front wheels because he was concerned about steering. Now, he might have had really hard summer tires on that thing and kind of freaked out with the feeling it slip and whatnot. So, but yeah, so I appreciate him sharing anyhow, and and just going through his experiences. That's the whole thing with all of us sharing our experiences. I mean, we don't know it all. We're all learning and growing. So, and this is how we learn, by doing it, right? So, but anyhow, that's it for now. Happy driving. Stay safe.